Good morning, welcome to sunny? No, really shitty weather in London. Actually pretty standard weather for London, probably going by stereotypes, but we are in London and we are flying to Stuttgart in Germany on the Lufthansa CityLine A319ceo. So we're all set up, ready to go. It's going to be a pretty quick pushback start and departure, and we'll get out of this crappy weather. Speaking of weather, looking at the weather, are we in the right airport? Yes, we are. So we're taking off from 27 right, and we've got scattered cloud into 4,500 feet and light rain. Doesn't look overly light though, does it? Looks fairly consistent. Anyway, we are on Terminal 2 in I think this is Terminal 2. I think I've got the right terminal for Lufthansa, and we'll be taking off from the west. No, we're not, sorry, I'm lying. We'll be taking off from the east, heading to the west, doing a bit of a U-turn and heading out to Germany. So let's get in the cockpit, get this underway, and get out of the wet. So everything is all set up, ready to go. I do expect the navigation to fail on approach into Germany because there is something wrong with the sim. Also, another error that has popped up is the ILS display, the little diamonds. They they don't really appear, so that's fine. With the ILS still works, we just can't see that it's working on the nav display. But I've already, I think I've already requested clearance. Let's just have a look. Oh, you know I have, yeah, because it should be here. So Lufthansa CityLine flies under the call sign Hansa line, so that will be our call sign for today. And we did request clearance, so take off runway 27 right, climb maintain 10,000. Excellent. So let's get this bird in the air. Passengers should be loaded by now. So we'll get a beacon light on, strobe light onto auto, and I'm going to turn the nav light on now anyway, because it also turns on the logo light in the Airbus. Unlike the Boeing, it is not a separate switch. If I press the right buttons, we'll get the batteries to come on, and we'll start the APU as well. Still getting also the error where the APU does that weird thing where you start it, and I'll show you a start, and it turns off. Try again. Off, and again. Gonna go 3 times. 3 times and it's on. We will unroll our landing lights as well in preparation for takeoff. We'll just wait for that to start up. So we're pushing back to tail to the right, and we'll complete our startup around here somewhere. This is just the standard, comes free with standard Microsoft Flight Simulator Heathrow, because I haven't got the premium or the or whatever the other 2 versions are, but we're not going to stay in Heathrow for very long anyway. Awesome, APU started up already. APU bleed, turtle external power off, seatbelts can come on. We will get rid of the jetway. That should spring back magically without any motion whatsoever, and we'll get our tug in place also. Better get some fuel pumps on as well. And we'll go ignition to start. Parking brake might as well come off also. Just check we've got everything all set. Yeah, we have. We are just ready to push back. So it's the Star Alliance livery that we're flying. Not sure if this is based on a real aircraft at all. Could be. I haven't actually checked that out. I don't know if Lufthansa CityLine have a Star Alliance livery on their fleet. Maybe they do. And this is from LatinVFR, this little A319. So it's the A320neo cockpit. Let's get engine number 2 started up. Actually, I didn't check. Are all my binds working? Yes, they are. Sweet. All our binds are working fine. Awesome. So engine number 2 is rolling up already. Did actually check if there's anything coming towards us. There's not. Awesome. Engine 2 rolling up nicely. So we're cruising at flight level 340 today. The sim gave us altitude of 390, which is still a little bit too high considering the distance. It's under 500 nautical miles. So I've dropped that down to 340 and a request to reduce that once we are airborne as well. So starting engine number 1. Go our hydraulic pumps so we can put flaps to 1 as well. And probably started to push back just a little too early, not quite on the yellow line there. That's okay. Get the parking brake on. And that's our tug backing out to head back home. And an aircraft has just taken our place at the gate. Cool. It actually happened yesterday when I was doing this flight also. Someone spawned into the same gate we're at. I don't know if that's someone spawning in. Oh, it could be. There's no gamer tag on top. How are the engines? Oh, cool. They are pretty much started. We'll wait for them to settle. God, I'm not getting my buttons right tonight. I've been flying the 737 too much. The bindings are a little bit different. So APU can come off. We'll get our taxi light on. We will use that today since it's a little bit dreary at Heathrow. And crying out loud, press the right buttons. We'll put the engine back to normal. While we're here, we'll set flaps to 1, arm the speed brake, and I didn't do my usual AI radio comms. Get that on. Park brake can now come off. And let's get our little ass out to runway 27. Looks pretty quiet, and oh no, it doesn't. I was lying. Just quiet up this end of the term, off the runway. Where am I? Off the airport. So I'm going to make a right turn here, and then it's pretty much head straight out to the runway. Now, the last time I did fly this exact route from Heathrow with the rain, I had crashed the desktop, which is wonderful. Thank you for that, Microsoft, for still not sorting your shit out and getting this game running properly on Xbox. I shouldn't actually slag them off. They have done a pretty good job of getting it back up and running properly with Sim Update 10 and the little updates we have seen come through over the last few weeks. So I'm a little bit excited and anxious for Sim Update 11 when that hits this month. I'm excited for the A310-300 though. It'll be interesting to see how that flies on Xbox. And LFVR have made some improvements to the model of this as well. So the climb performance is not as shit as it was. And also the taxiing, it's not sticking to the tarmac like shit to a blanket. It actually moves with little power now, which is brilliant. Before you had to, the braking's not great though. If I touch the brakes, it slams that nose gear down. But as for the taxiing, I don't have to put the power up to 45 to 50% just to get her moving, which is great. I'm quite happy that they've fixed that. My webcam is not in the right place. I will fix that up once we're airborne as well. So it's showing just a little bit too much leg today. I think we make a left turn here. We do. It's a bit of a left turn, then a bit of a right turn. And we'll hold at 27 right. Awesome. Takeoff clearance already. The METAR is correct. Wind 250 at 4. That is correct to METAR as well. That is brilliant. So we'll get rid of ATC and let's get out onto the runway and get in the air. There's a near headwind too, so we shouldn't have too much roll on the takeoff. While we're doing that, we will put our put landing lights on. And we can, I've already armed the spoilers. But oh shit, is there someone coming in? Gonna have to, sorry United Airlines 146, you might have to do a go around. Are you coming on this runway? Oh, we might. I hate how ATC does this. It's giving me takeoff clearance and there's someone frickin' coming in. I'm just going to, so I'm going to power at 50% here, do a bit of a turn and burn. And I'm just going to go to flex, get us in the air. Hopefully that United Airlines behind us doesn't have to do a go around. We're passing 100, release the nose a little bit. We are rolling just a little bit. Oh, the rain's stopping. 140, 148 and rotate. Positive rate, gear coming up. Did you have to do a go? Oh, sorry dude. I'm so sorry. That was ATC, not me. Also, I'm going to put our speed at 220 because it is going to give us a 220 speed instruction. I guarantee that. Sweet, that was pretty nice takeoff. Apart from making United Airlines 146 do a go around, really sorry, so sorry. Oh, and we can lose that flap as well. Why are we going over 220? Get back down to 220, thank you. We're climbing at 6,000 feet per minute, that's almost space shuttle. Autopilot is on, so I guess that's normal. Let's see what ATC is saying. Continuous plan, what were we climbing to? 10,000. So from 10,000, it's going to give us a speed limit of 220 knots, I guarantee that. Because it has done so. The last few times I've flown this exact route from 27 right. And out of the rain, into blue skies. That's just beautiful. That is a perfect stereotypical picture of London right there. Rain clouds just over London. We take off, fly out into the blue. Beautiful. So we'll see what ATC has to say for themselves. It's not holding us at 220, which is interesting. That's actually awesome. But we can lose our landing lights. Everything else can remain as is. Have they given us a updated QNH at all? 2953 remains, cool. But we do need to request an altitude decrease of 4,000 feet down. 5,000 feet down to 340. So we'll do that. Excellent. Because 390 is just a little bit. It's a little bit too high up. I'm just going to adjust that webcam just a little bit. My shorts are riding up too. Yeah, the camera's just in the wrong place just a little bit. Oh, that's better. Wasn't that far out. So previously in this A319, our climb performance would have been about 12 to 1,500 feet. We're doing 2,100 feet per minute. So yeah, they've definitely fixed that. The climb will accelerate once we hit 320 knots as well. So I think LFVR, they have done a pretty good job. This aircraft in the marketplace has hit 4.1 out of 5 stars. So that's pretty good considering they've repurposed the A320 cockpit, or A321 cockpit actually, because it is a little bit different. Colouring's a little bit different, and they've got these weird smudges, which I think are meant to be bolts. I think they're meant to represent bolts. So yeah, but they have fixed the handling of this aircraft nicely. It flies quite well now. So thank you LFVR, or LatinVFR. Awesome. A few EasyJet and British Airways down there in Gatwick. Still a bit of cloud around, but we should be above it at 34,000 feet. Oh, well, there's some rain, huh? I'm going to bring up the windy data. I haven't actually used this for quite some time. So there is the windy data. It's pretty mild. Oh, passing 180, so we will put the QNH to 2992, which will elevate us up to almost 19,000 feet. So you have just got a bit of that bit of wind heading north, sort of up in the what's it called? I'm just having a mind blank right now. Never mind. We just so we have got this bit of this what's a southerly? Sorry, sort of coming up through there, but we will sort of bypass that and go south of that. And if we go over to so Düsseldorf, where is Stuttgart? It's probably not showing on this map. It's hard to find sometimes because I don't know Germany that well, but it's sort of in the area of the centre of the screen, I think. But yeah, pretty mild winds. The Meta was actually showing no wind at Stuttgart when I did the planning, so I've just made a guess based on history of which way to land, and hopefully it proves to be okay. So where are we at? What was it? 240 we were waiting for, wasn't it? Oh, 230, sweet. Which we're almost there. Just hope we can burst through this cloud and fly above the weather for the rest of the flight. otherwise it's not going to be the best view. And it should take us up to 340, there it is, so climb maintain 340. So we'll turn off ATC for the remainder of the flight, well not the remainder, until we have to come back in for descent. Oh shit. So checking the weather in Stuttgart, we are coming in on runway 25 and it looks like we're going to have a tailwind. Not ideal for landing, but I had to make a guess and I guessed wrong based on the meta history. So it could be a bit of a wild landing. We might be landing facing straight towards a bit of other traffic, but I am prepared to do a go around for this. Oh, I shouldn't say that because maybe I'm not. I might do a go around if need be. Wow, that is thick cloud, not the greatest. See if there's anyone else in the area. Oh, there's a few around, but we can't see them. There should be someone crossing right in front of us, but they are not visible at the moment. Also, I forgot to set my clock on the rain. Rain's back. It's 10:52 should it be? So it was a pretty quick flight this morning. It'll be about 45 to 50 minutes, I think. But once I set the clock, I will be able to sort of get an ETA. But it's not the longest flight at all by any means. Go, clock is synchronised. So ETA at the moment is 12:13. There's 10:52. So that is over an hour. That's an hour and oh, actually, yeah, we are coming around and landing from the northeast. So yeah, so we'll be over an hour. But still a pretty short flight. Have I got enough fuel? I've just got under. Whoa, just under 5 tonne. Might have calculated fuel a bit wrong, but we'll go with it. Jesus, I hope I can burst through. Oh yeah, we have, there we go, we are coming through and we'll see blue again. There it is. Oh, isn't that lovely? So hopefully we don't have to deal with that again. Stuttgart is showing no cloud at the moment. And so you see the climb performance isn't bad. We're about 15, what is the time? You're about 15 minutes in and already at almost 30,000 feet. So excellent. So I think Lufthansa CityLine, I think they fly close to 30 of the A319s in their fleet, which I didn't know until I looked it up because I'm flying it on stream, and I didn't realise that the CityLine had a fleet that size. I can't remember, they have got another aircraft type and I forget what it is. I don't think it's the A220. I think it might be. No, I'm not going to try and guess because I'll get it wrong. I'll look it up. Actually, I'll look it up right now while I've got the iPad right in front of me. Lufthansa CityLine fleet. Of course, I'm not going to look it up on Wikipedia because that's never correct. Alrighty, what have they got? Oh, they've got A321s. I did not know that. God, learn a new thing every day. Oh, they haven't got 30 A319s. I'm way off. They've got 9 in service, 3 parked, so 12 total with 1 on order. A321s, they've got 2 in service. Oh, it was the Bombardier CRJ 900. They got 26 in service, 2 parked with a total of 28, and the ERJ 190 with 9 in service, 0 parked. Okay, so I was way off thinking they had 30 A319s. Huh. I'm glad I looked that up to clarify, because that would have been embarrassing to get that wrong. Oh, I should look up to see if the Star Alliance livery actually exists, because I am interested to know. Star Alliance livery. Oh, it looks like it's on one of the CRJs, actually, not on the A319. Oh, no, tell lies. Can I... Oh, okay, no. forums.flightsimlabs.com, so no, that's not real. Yeah, no, it's on, they've got it on the CRJ 700, not on the A319. Oh, it looks like they might have had it though, like X-Plane is showing a livery for it also. Oh, what's this one? Can I, it's on Twitter, can I view it? Oh, okay, no, it does exist. I can show you even on the iPad. So yeah, so it actually does exist. We are flying a real world aircraft, which is kind of cool. Is that real? I'm questioning it now. It looks like a real photo, doesn't it? Sure, we'll go with that. Okay, cool. That's good to know. Cool, so just about at 340 to cruise along. You can see the Stuttgart has shown on the navigation display in this pink cluster up the top here. I will show you on VFR what the approach looks like, because it is a bit messy coming into Stuttgart no matter which runway you're landing from, and I will keep an eye on that wind. I'm hoping the wind just drops. It would be nice. But we can turn the seatbelts off because we are at cruise. Passengers are free to walk about the cabin. I bet I haven't, no, I've still got my spoilers armed. We'll disarm that as well, and I'm just going to realign the throttle. Just, there we go, that looks a bit better, actually clicked in properly. But the, so, I'll show you the approach. So it's pretty much, yeah, so that's the approach there. So sort of turn back on ourselves once, then come around and, oh god, that zoomed in pretty quick. Go right past Stuttgart and then head down. It's about 20 miles from DS530 right down to the turn, and then another 20 miles back into Stuttgart. So we'll put, so our official approach won't start until we're 20 miles out with the usual flaps going down, etc., but our speed will decrease before we get to DS530 because that's just how it's programmed. But it's fine, it gives us plenty of time to get our butts down. Stuttgart sits around 1,200 feet above sea level as well, so we have got 1,200 feet to play with on approach also. Just check the ETA, see if it has updated. 12th, it's still sitting at 12:13. That's probably about right, I would say. Oh, and the Turtlebeach is doing that weird thing still. So I can show you my park brakes on, turn that off. It didn't arm my spoilers, but I have just turned those off, and I bet my lights are all, yep. So nav lights are turned off and the beacon's turned off, the strobe's turned on to full, onto on as opposed to auto. So still having that issue with the Turtlebeach and waiting for that firmware update to drop. In fact, I haven't checked recently if there has been a firmware update. I will do that after this flight. Hopefully it fixes that bug. Hopefully the next firmware update doesn't cause something else to go weird and wrong with the Velocity 1. The last error before this current firmware was the throttles would click back to 0, which was really annoying. I can handle lights and landing and parking brakes coming on, but throttles going back to 0, that's really, really not ideal, especially when you're at cruise altitude. So I have reached out to them. They did tell me to wait for the next firmware update. I could go back to the previous one, but I said no because of the throttle issue, and they said fair enough. I'm going to take a 5-minute break fairly soon, since we're at cruise, as per usual. But before I do that, I'm going to bring up the next stream details, because why not? That's not what I want. I want no. Where are you? There. So next stream is, so this is, oh, there we go. It just took a little while to load on the iPad. The next stream is back in Australia, in my home country, or current home country, flying from Sydney to Brisbane in the Boeing 737. So we are flying the Boeing colours because I don't have any Qantas or Virgin colours to fly in, so we're just going to do a Boeing demonstrator flight in the Boeing colours under the Qantas call sign. So we will be going from gate to gate, and that is coming up, I don't know what time it is for you, because I don't know where you're watching this from, but it will be 2100 UTC on, what's today, 3rd, 4th, on the 5th of November. That is 8 AM local time in Sydney on Sunday, the 6th of November. Of course, the details, I've already uploaded this to the channel, so it's already scheduled in, so you can go and check out. It should tell you what time, your time, the stream is happening. But first time I've flown from Sydney to Brisbane on stream, and I do now have the a custom airport loaded into the sim, and I haven't had crash the desktop when I've been spawned into it, so I'm confident to stream that, and they've done a pretty good job with the Brisbane airport. It looks pretty accurate. Of course, I should know because I have flown out of Brisbane as a passenger, by the way, not as a pilot, but I have flown out of Brisbane many a time because this is where I live. So thought, well, need to put that on stream, and the 737 is one of the most common narrow bodies to fly in and out, because Qantas are currently flying the NG, as are Virgin Australia, and a new airline is coming called Bonza. They'll be flying the 737 MAX 8, but they are not, Brisbane is not one of their bases, so they will not be flying from Brisbane. So I figured, let's do this as a Qantas flight. But anyway, I'm going to bugger off for 5 minutes and have a quick break, and I will be right back with more useless information about airlines and stuff and things. So there is a countdown timer, so you can see when it's not just sort of time it yourself. There is a countdown timer that comes on screen. So just want to talk amongst yourselves. Alrighty, I'm back. So it's break 1 of 1. There won't be any more breaks for this one because we're already 240 nautical miles away from, well, we're a little more than that because it is a bit stretched out, probably about 280, 290 nautical miles away from touching down. We'll see if the ATA has updated. 12, it hasn't. 12 still holding strong at 1200. 12:13. It is now 11:09, so a little over an hour from being at the gate. Distance of 538 nautical miles is a little more, a little further than I expected. So I'm hoping I've loaded enough fuel, and I should say longer, a little further than I expected because I was basing everything off some practice runs that I did, and tonight or this morning we're flying completely different flight routes because I was coming in on runway 07 as opposed to 25, which shortens it by about 40 or 50 miles, I think. It was under 500 anyway. Should have enough fuel, probably going to land with about 2 tonne at the very least, which is probably a little dangerous, but this is a simulation, so we're not going to hurt anyone. Maybe just my pride if we do run out of fuel. I'm also looking at traffic in and out of Stuttgart. Lufthansa CityLine don't fly. I'm pretty sure CityLine is just a domestic airline anyway for Lufthansa within Germany, so they wouldn't do international. Correct me if I'm wrong. And they only fly between Frankfurt and Munich in and out of Stuttgart. So yeah, this is completely and utterly fictional. I just wanted to fly the Star Alliance livery. It looked really, really nice. In fact, let's have a closer look at it from outside view. So I think they have done a pretty good job of the livery. Like I said, I didn't know that this was based on an actual real-world aircraft livery, so I haven't really compared it, but no, they've done a pretty nice job with it. I think this is the only Star Alliance livery that I actually have in the collection too. So I was definitely keen to get this one onto a stream. Actually, speaking of fuel burn before, that's another thing I think they've fixed is the A319, the LFVR A319 burnt fuel at a higher rate than the A320 and A321 did, and it looks like they have fixed that also. So I almost ran out of fuel on one flight that I did in Australia, and just did not expect it. Of course, there is no scientific approach to me calculating fuel. I sort of just guess. I usually chuck in 5 tonne if it's a 1 hour flight, 5.5 if it's a little bit more than that. So I don't do proper fuel calculations. I did look up how to do it. It's quite a complex process. You've got to take into account alternate airports, go-arounds, etc., and yeah, just guess. Looks like we are doing a bit of cloud surfing too. Just above, oh, actually we might be a few thousand feet above the clouds. I was hoping for clear all the way, but no. Oh, we'll check lights, haven't switched themselves. No, they're all good. Parking brake, it's all good, and the speed brake is still disarmed. So the flight computer will slow us down to 242 knots quite early in this flight too, because we have got that cluster to navigate around to get into Stuttgart. So I'm expecting it to do that when that cluster is below close to 80 miles away. It could give us it could do the slowdown maybe 40 miles later than it does, but we'll just go with it. It's fine. Oh, this is not great weather. Maybe we should have gone to 390. Just hoping for a clearer view. Oh, before I forget too, I want to thank all of you who have started subscribing to the channel. We have hit double digits, which is not bad growth for only doing this for a couple of months. I'm not chasing subscribers. I don't care if you subscribe or not. I'm not going to give you stats of 73% of you watch it. No, so I don't care. Subscribe if you want. I only recommend it if you want to jump into the live streams and know when I'm streaming, because it'll obviously come up on your subscription page. Oh, and thank you YouTube for starting to appeal more to the small streamer too, with opening up the community page. I can now put community posts without having to have 500 subscribers, which is great. So I can put up messages and things and little reminders and a bit of artwork that I do for these streams before they happen, so watch out for those. I might put little messages up. I'm trying not to cancel streams. I could have easily tonight because I'm actually really tired and probably should really be in bed because it is 9:15 at night. I have the usual work tomorrow, but I don't want to be cancelling streams. I want to stick to the schedule. Speaking of which, the schedule is streaming 8:30 p.m. Australian Eastern Daylight Saving Time, which is 10:30 UTC on Thursdays, and 2100 UTC on Saturday nights, which is 0700 Australian Eastern sorry, not Daylight Savings Time. Shit, what am I talking about? I don't have Daylight Saving. 0700 Australian Eastern Standard Time on Sundays, so that's 2030 Australian Eastern Standard Time Thursday nights, and 0700 Australian Eastern Standard Time Sunday mornings. So if you want to jump into if you are a flight simulator and you want to jump in, fly alongside or in front, behind, wherever, I will try and put the chosen route into the stream when the 15-minute countdown timer starts. I do fly live weather, live traffic and live time, so I'd never know my flight route in advance. It always depends on what's happening at the time. So if you want to jump in and fly with me, I generally fly at the moment narrow body airliners. So it's the A319, A320neo, A321neo, and now the 737 MAX 8 from Bredock 3D, which is fun to fly. I'll admit it's not the best modelling, but at the moment, being an Xbox simmer, it's all I've got until Microsoft maybe sort out the WASM, so we can get the third-party stuff into the sim as well. And when that happens, I will be swapping out the sorry, Bredock, I'll be swapping out the MAX 8 for the PMDG 737NG, probably the 800. I won't worry about the 700, 600 or 900. And then I'll move on to some wide bodies. So we'll fly the, of course, the A310-300, which is coming into the sim for free. And I forget the developer for that. But when I get it, I'll obviously mention them on the stream. And also, I think PMDG are doing a 777. I know there's a 787-9 coming. And then a narrow body, well, back to the narrow bodies, a 757. Not sure if it's a 200 or 300. I think it's the 300. So I'll give that a crack as well. So pretty much modern-ish jet airliners. I really like the glass cockpit. I don't know how it goes with steam gauges, because, well, like I said earlier, I'm not a pilot by any means at all. This is as close as I get to flying a plane, other than being a passenger. And of course, when a new aircraft does appear in my hangar, I'll not be streaming it straight away because I want to get it in and actually get some practice in it first, just so I'm not sort of guessing while I'm flying live. Awesome. So in that time of all that blithering, we are 160 nautical miles away from the top of the, what I call the cluster. So could be 200, 210 nautical miles away from Stuttgart itself. Looking at that mess at the top of the nav display there. And I'm going to check the ETA one more time. It's holding at 12:13. Okay, cool, that's fine. And we'll see who's around. Oh, wow, is that because there's an airport there? Yes, of course it is. It's Luxembourg, which I did a horrific landing in the 737 a couple of weeks ago, and might have blamed Microsoft, which wasn't warranted because it was not their fault. It actually was my shitty landing skills, as we'll say. Essentially, I didn't drop the throttle back, or turn off auto throttle and then drop it back soon enough. I kind of did it a little bit too late, and then landed late, veered off to the right, and at the right rear gear, it hit the grass, and I got a little bit angry and might have sworn a little bit on stream, which I do tend to do. That replay is still up on the channel, by the way, if you want to watch it. It also features in the October landing compilation, which I will be doing every month. So at the end of every month, I will knit together all the landings from wheels down to touchdown and chuck it into one video, which you can watch at your leisure. Fast forward through it if you want to. It bothers me not. So checking fuel, 3.6 tonne. Yeah, we should be okay. We might, it might go under 2 tonne. Sorry, it might get close to 2 tonne before we land, which is a little bit light. Oh, and checking the weather, which I'll bring up, the wind has dropped down to 1 knot variable. So it looks like there is no head or tail wind, so it might be calm conditions going into Stuttgart, which is good news, because landing with a tailwind sucks. It's really difficult. We might do a ATC check. What did it say? It said something to us. Oh, it hasn't given us any further instruction, really. Just to contact, oh God, Frankfurt Centre. Oh, we had some proximity. Cool. Sweet. Well, they're at 360, so definitely an easy 1,000-foot separation there. Still in this awful cloud. So once this waypoint, which is DS515, gets below 80, I am guessing this will slow us down to 242, and then we will be able to start our slow approach in. So it should be a fairly shallow descent. I think the most we'll go down by is 1,800 feet per minute on initial descent, and then we'll sort of level it out from there as we come down in. It's quite a long approach because of that turnaround. But like I said, I am expecting the navigation to fail, and it will fail probably when we either as we come around this corner. God, what am I on a road? Make this turn here, this sharp. Oh, excuse me. This sharp turn here, or after we make that turn, and as we make this turn here. It's happened every time I've flown this route previously, coming into Stuttgart, not from Heathrow, but it has. So, but fortunately the waypoints remain on the nav display so we can manually vector in. What it does is it cancels all this, the flight path, and will just vector us straight towards Stuttgart, which is under here, in here somewhere. So if you are a flight simmer, especially on Xbox, watch out for the navigation doing that. It is a bit of a pain, but you can just manually vector it using the autopilot controls up here. Whatever these controls are called, I forget. I call them autopilot controls because it remains an autopilot. You just manually put the aircraft where you want. So that I almost guarantee that is going to happen, but it's fine because it's not hard to the workaround is not that difficult at all. Oh, and I didn't mention, it is a bit of a skite, I know, but I got a new iPad which I'm using for the stream, so I've got the new frame and everything. There's no home button on this bad boy anymore, so it gives us a lot more viewable area on the stream, and it definitely looks quite nice. We do have that big white bar at the bottom, which is effectively the home button, but bit of an update to equipment for flight simming. I use the iPad all the time, even offline, not just to show you guys the metadata. I actually use it for the meta offline as well. It's really, really handy. And actually, I might plug that app. They haven't sponsored me or anything, but it is a paid app too, so I had to pay for it. It's Meta TAF, as you can see at the top of the screen there. It is in the iOS App Store. Pretty sure it's on Android as well, and it's phone and tablet compatible. Very, very handy, and because the flight sim weather is so accurate, it just makes life a little bit easier for when you're flying. That wind has picked up again. Damn it! Hopefully it drops off, but that's Stuttgart again. So you can see it is a bit of a crosswind, but it's a tail crosswind. So that's interesting. It is only 3 knots, so it's more or less calm, but it's a bit of a shame. I probably can change my approach, but I'm not entirely sure how to do that in the flight computer just yet. I have tried by watching some tutorials, but it doesn't seem to really work all that well on Xbox. I could be doing something wrong. Actually, I'll guarantee that. I'll guarantee I'm doing something wrong. But one day I'll get there and actually start doing this properly. Oh, this bloody cloud. It's really annoying. Absolutely very little view of the European ground below us. Oh, I've just noticed this stream has 6 likes. Oh, thank you very much to whoever is liking the streams. That's appreciated also. Just completely unexpected. I should mention too, if you do subscribe to, and this is not me pushing for subscriptions, like I said, it doesn't bother me if you subscribe or not, but if you do during a live stream, there should be an alert that comes up across the video. I've got to test to see if that's working, because I don't think it is working properly, and I might try a different way of doing it. Okay, so we are coming down 80 away from that cluster. Bit of a clusterfuck, really. So we should get, I thought we would have had our desal by now. Just going to check ATC to see if it's not telling us anything. Oh shit. Oh my god, descent. Okay, we've had lots of descent. I've not been paying attention. It's only to go down to 5,000 feet. We've still got plenty of distance in front of us. But let's just get that down, and I'll do it at do it 1,800 feet per minute just to begin with. But so we've got, so there's 50, 70, 80, and what would that be? It's another 40, 120, holy shit, 130. So we're about 150 miles away from Stuttgart, so we've got plenty of distance to get us down to final approach altitude. But we'll definitely pay attention to the. Actually, that's good that we're going straight down to 5,000, because it gives me a bit of freedom to keep an eye on our navigation and see if it's going to fail. It could prove me wrong, but I doubt it. Was not expecting that at all. So what did it actually say? So we went. Oh wow. Oh, stop scrolling automatically, fucker. That's what you said. So okay, cool. So it's 250, 250, expedite, yep. We're not 67 miles. I mean, we are technically 67 miles, but we have a bit of a flight route to go first. So 15,000, 9,000, and then 5,000. And now it's asking us to expedite. Well, we've got plenty of time. I'll just keep ATC off until we're at 5,000. In fact, I'm going to keep it off until we're on final approach. So our final approach altitude will be 4,000 feet. Which is approximately 2,800 feet above the runway, or the altitude that the runway sits at. Hopefully it's not this cloudy all the way through. It's not showing clouds at Stuttgart on Meta. And see, even if we shot a straight line straight up to the final turn, still 60 miles away, so it'll be down to 9,000 anyway, and that's 20 miles from a final turn in on approach. So yeah, we are descending probably a little too rapidly. When I will slow it down once we've done some more turns, but I'm not sure what the actual fuck ATC is playing around at. It's definitely not even close to real world accurate whatsoever. In fact, I guarantee that when they said we're 67 miles away, that was as the crow flies, which is it's just not right. And I fired my goddamn flight plan as well, so they should know. Now, Stuttgart has been quite busy on practice runs, and yeah, there's a bit of traffic around it. Mostly Eurowings, because it is a Eurowings base. Oh, and so that cloud was all high altitude. Oh, sweet, and there's not too much below us. We can actually see the ground. Lovely. So it will be interesting to see what happens right here. See if it will actually turn us around. It's asking us to be at 5,000 there. I know what's going to happen. We're going to get to 5,000 and then it's going to say climb to 10. Actually, we won't be at 5,000 by there anyway. It's just over 15 miles away. But it would have told us to climb to 10,000. In fact, it will change. It'll change our instruction once we pass that waypoint. It is a bit of a weird trajectory, but I think that's just a glitch in the sim. In fact, I'm going to raise our descent to 1,500 feet per minute down. Oh, what happened to our speed? We were just, oh my god. Oh, because it was flying at max, so we sped up as we descended. Cool. I think it looks like we're slowing down to 242 knots now. So we'll just let that naturally slow down. We should start to do a turn fairly soon. There it is. I'm just going to keep an eye on the nav display to hopefully it doesn't fail while we do this big turn. It looks like, why are we not, we've stopped turning. Yeah, okay, so the nav, it just failed. I knew it would, oh shit. I knew it would. Let's go into manual mode and we'll do a bit of a turnaround and just follow the waypoints, because we're still at 20,000 feet. I've got to find 60 miles out of this somehow. So you see the line has disappeared between these waypoints. So yeah, it has failed. I'm going to vector us back to this waypoint here, cut across, and then back up and around to get us down to approach altitude. And I was still pretty green in the sim, as in no idea what I was doing in this. It first did this. It messed up a whole flight. I didn't know what to do, but I'm pretty savvy on it now. Cutting down below 20,000 feet, we will get the seatbelt sign on, because we are going to be doing some crazy turns. Don't want those passengers falling over. Oh, speaking of passengers, it's another thing that LatinVFR have done is when we had those Sim Update 9, sorry, was it Sim Update 9? Well, we had the crash to desktop issue. They very kindly re-released all aircraft Xbox users aircraft without interior cabins, which is really nice of them because it just reduced pressure on the game and we had less CTDs. But since Microsoft have supposedly fixed all that issue, they have put them all back as well. So that I think they're pretty confident that the crash to desktop issue has been corrected. I'm going to adjust our Q&A. It should be 29901 according to the meta. In fact, does ATC say anything? Are you talking to us? Still expedite to 5,000. That was last instruction. So I'm going to reduce our descent to 1,200 feet per minute. Just slowly bring it in. I probably could turn around and actually, am I going to do that? I'll wait until this waypoint is down to 15 miles away and then I'm actually going to turn around and just head straight back in because we are low enough to get down onto approach nicely. In fact, I'm going to change that to 10,000 feet. That weather is much better than it was up at 340. Should be a pretty clear landing. Oh, let's make a turn. So we'll do a 90-degree turn, so down to 174, and we'll start lining up onto that that horseshoe approach. Check up ATC as well. Is it telling us to descend to 10,000? No, it's still 5,000. Okay, I might just keep going. So it'll be 084. Just going to do a complete 180. We are coming down too fast too, so I'm going to change that to 1,000 feet per minute. Actually, no, 800 feet per minute. Where should we be at? We should be at 10,000. Well, it's 10,000 all the way up to here, then 8,000, then it will drop us to 5,500, then 4,500, then 4,000, and that's final. I do need to adjust that a little bit more to there. That's better. So that's how you fix both a messed up navigation, or a navigation error, and also a fucked up flight plan. So when I created it, those weird double turns were not in there, and it wasn't until I spawned in that that became apparent. So like I said, if you are a flight simmer, just yet another glitch to watch out for, but not too hard to fix. You don't even have to fly by hand, you can just do it all in the AP. So we are getting a bit of a ground wind from the terrain below us. We all sort of bob up and down as we make a descent in. That seems to be pretty normal for this route. There's so there's the airport right there, which we're going to fly past. That's Stuttgart right in there. We'll come down on this approach here. So still a bit of a tailwind, slight cross tailwind. But that's where we're coming in, and looks like traffic is taking off in the opposite direction that we're landing, which is not great. Oh well, it is what it is. That is coming out of 10,000, so landing lights will come on, seatbelts remain on until we're at the gate. We'll see if ATC is talking to us yet. Or at least the QNH is correct, 29.901. We'll just keep going at 10,000 for a little while too, just until we get closer to this to the final turns. Probably tell me to expedite to 5,000 fairly soon, I imagine. But we don't need to, because as you can see, we can remain at 10,000 all the way up to this waypoint here. Why is there two there? Interesting. It's two right on top of each other. I'm not going to start putting flaps out until we have made that turn, because that's, well, actually after we've made the turn, because that is more than 20 miles. I think from memory it's about 23 to 25 miles to the runway from this waypoint where the mouse is. So I usually do flaps from 20 miles out in the in any of the Airbus aircraft, because it's only got the 5 settings. So 0, 1, 2, 3 and full. The Boeing, there's less ratio between, I think that's the right term, less ratio between each flap setting being 125, 10, 15, 25, 30, 35 and 40 degrees. So I tend to start putting flaps out a little bit earlier in the Boeing, but on the Airbus you don't need to. Let's see, what is it telling us? Oh, so it's telling us to descend and maintain 4,500 already. We're already doing 202 knots, so we'll ignore the 210 knot speed limit. But I'm going to start descending to 8,000 probably when we're 2.5 miles away from this turn here, and we'll do it at probably do it at 1,200 feet per minute. Oh, we just passed it. So go down to 8,000 at 1,200. Oh, maybe not 1,200 because I forgot about these two. Do it at 800. Cannot make my mind up. It's ATC saying, no, it's not telling us to expedite, which is good. Alrighty, we can make that first turn. Did I overshoot that one? I actually wasn't paying attention to the heading. Oh no, that's a little bit more. And once we make this turn here, we can actually, before we make that turn, I can put the auto heading back on because it should line us up quite nicely. We have, like I said, we've got over 20 miles from this waypoint here into Stuttgart, so plenty to keep us aligned with the runway. Oh, 2994, did that say? Did that say 2994? Yeah, it did. What's Meta saying? Still saying 29901. We will take instruction from ATC. And from here, I'm going to put auto heading back on, and it should turn us to the right and line us up. Oh, it says almost 30 miles away. Okay, cool. I'm going to start getting us down to 4,000 feet now, and I'm going to do it at 500 feet per minute. No, 800 feet per minute. So according to what we can see in front of us, we will have a headwind, but of course that can change quite rapidly as we come down closer to Stuttgart. Meteo is still showing that we will have a tailwind. Oh, and there's someone below us. Might just speed our descent up to 1,000 feet per minute. Oh, that's the wrong way. To 1,000 feet, 1,200 feet per minute, I should say, because I might have just misjudged that just a little bit. Got to remember I've got 1,200 feet to play with, because that's pretty much where Stuttgart sits. But runway is in sight, so there she is there. Just the one runway in Stuttgart as well. But no, this is looking pretty good. I'm quite happy with this so far. And we have gone below 3 tonne. I wonder if, yes, so if I pop this cover back in the webcam, you can see that red light right there that is telling us there's a low fuel warning. And yeah, it's probably actually accurate now. It does flash orange throughout the whole game because it's just how the Turtlebeach works. But I've got black stickers covering it so I don't get distracted by it. 20 miles away, we'll go flaps to 1, which I have just done, and we'll arm the spoilers while we're here as well. So I'll keep that at 1,200 feet per minute. We are coming down nicely. And once we're 15 miles away, I'll see if ILS is going to work properly. If not, it doesn't matter. It still works. You just can't see the diamonds on the PFD. Oh, I'm going to dial up our landing speed, which will be 140 knots. I feel like the A319 tries to land too slow, and you sort of don't have a lot of control on final. It drops down to 127 knots, which is way too slow. It should be anywhere between 130 and 140, so we do 140. I prefer a quicker landing to just so I have got that climbability if I do come in too low, when I come in too low, because I always do. There's 15, so we're going to go flaps to 2, and I'm going to punch in ILS and see what happens. We've got the diamonds, yay! Of course, we are lined up, so I can click the locator, and we will go into our regular landing view. So while I've dialed in 140 knots here, yes, thank you, it won't change it here because I haven't actually activated that. I've just got that sitting there just so I can activate it quickly. So just wait for that diamond to drop, and then we'll start our approach. Still got a headwind, which is kind of nice. See if ATC's given us clearance for landing yet. No, it just says descend and maintain 4,000 still. Still 2994 for the QNH. 2,500. Thank you. the diamond is starting to drop down.
2,500.
Oh, that's what I was looking for. These two exhaust or smokestacks or whatever. I'm not sure what that is there. I actually meant to look that up so I could point that out and say, oh, that's blah blah blah, but didn't. Okay, so I'll hit approach now.
2,500.
It's scary hitting approach when we have got those two large smokestacks in front of us, but we do skate over them just fine. Set go around to 6,500 will be go around altitude.
2,500.
Yes, you've said that already, thank you. We'll see if we've got landing clearance yet. We've just got approach. Oh, we're back down to 29901. Cool. Wind 117 at 3. Yeah, okay, so we are going to have a tailwind, so that will rotate around as we come in. That's a shame. Oh, go flaps to 3. And I'll wait till that to drop down to 170 knots before I drop the landing gear, because don't want to be doing that at above 180. Cool, so landing gear can drop now. Oop. Just trying to zoom in. Lovely. We'll put brakes onto medium. Did I arm the spoilers? Yes, I already armed the spoilers. And I'm actually going to drop us down to 140 knots as well and get that final notch of flaps out. So the wind will turn as we get closer, which is a shame. Kind of hoping for a little bit of realism tonight, but sorry, this morning, but not really going to happen. 1,000 feet, so we'll drop to flaps to full, and we are ready to land. Have we got landing clearance? This is the question. We're cleared to land. Looks like there's nothing in front of us. I'm going to check the VFR map as well. Yeah, no, so we shouldn't have to do a go around. There's nothing really coming in,
1,000.
even though we're coming in on the wrong side of the runway. And below 1,000, so I am going to take manual control and hope for the best, because that wind is shifting. Yep. As we get, well, it's not shifting, we're shifting. Try and keep us aligned. Whoa. We are just going a little bit too low. Oh, no, there we go. Now we're going to be too high.
400.
Probably making all the passengers sick with all these manoeuvres. Oh no, that's too much. Too low.
200. 100. 60.
Ah, don't go up to the
50,
side.
40.
Shit.
30. 20.
Oh.
Retard.
Oh, that was quite rough. That was a little rough. I haven't had a smooth landing in the A319 yet, not even when I'm just flying for myself. Okay, we'll stow those reverses, get the landing lights off, and we're just going to try and brake and skid on those heavy brakes and turn here. Oh shit, let's go on the grass. Oh, saved it. Far out. Okay. Right, so better tune the ground, better get a gate. I bet it's gate 9. It is, it's always gate 9. So get some of these systems turned off, and we once we've off-boarded the passengers, we are going to get this aircraft into maintenance to check the landing struts that I've probably just destroyed. Yeah, they look fine from here. And while we're on the straight, we might as well get the APU started up as well. Seatbelts can remain on. That was a pretty rough landing, but that's what you get for landing with a tailwind. Maybe. What was our yes, L1N? What are we on? We're on Sierra. I was looking for Lima 1, so that's Golf. Oh, you know, we're returning there. It'll be Lima 1. What's that? Was that Lima 1? Did that say Lima 1? That's not for us. Actually, yes, it is. So we'll turn here. Now, last time I parked at gate 9, the jetway would not connect. Oh God, I'm taking those corners at near 20 knots. Jesus Christ. So hopefully the jetway does connect this time. It has on previous times I parked at gate 9, but yeah, just not the last time. Oops, that's the wrong button. No, it's the next turn. Oh no, that's that turn, Lima 1. There it is. Oh, I didn't mention either, so I think I had it in the description of the video off the stream, but Stuttgart is one of the handcrafted airports that come with one of the world updates. I forget which one, but it was the one for obviously for Germany. So we do have these beautiful buildings. So that's Lufthansa Technik. Don't know if they would have a hangar here. Is it an operating base for them? Oh, maybe, I suppose. Actually, it makes sense because I've seen other airports that don't have listed as an operating base for airlines, but yet they have hangars. But yeah, so we have these really nice buildings in the sim. There's no interior to them. I think that's a parking building. There's no interior to them because I have had a look through on with the drone mode, so I won't bother doing that at the end of the stream. But it is quite nice landing at these and using these airports that aren't just grey concrete blocks. So look for gate 9, so 16, what does that say? I thought it would say 15. Oh, it did. Oh, it's in there twice. Actually, I probably should turn the taxi light off because we don't really need it. And if we have a marshal, oh, and I'll put APU bleed on for some aircon. If we do actually have a marshal, then I don't want to blind them. Blind their virtual little eyes. So where is 9? 12, 11, 10, oh, it's down there. Of course, I knew that. I've been here before. And oh, have we got a marshal? No, we do not. We'll take the turn here. Might have put too much brake on, then we have slowed down substantially. We'll get out of the way, dude. I don't think the jetway is going to work because that is not lining us up where it should be. I'll push forward and see what happens. That's just me touching the brake, it just nosedives the thing. So we'll stop there. Oh, okay, we are getting a jetway because it's already coming out, even before our engines turn off. That will come on again, that noise. Wonderful. The jetway operator should be written up for that. So we'll get, not anti-ice, we'll get engine 1 and 2 bleeds off. We better turn off the nav and beacon because we're not operating at the moment. Generator 1 and 2, we'll get the external power on. Turn the pumps off. Better let the people get up off their arse. And we'll turn the AP off as well because it's no longer required with external power. So there we, really? Where'd the jetway go? Oh, there it is. Oh, it's doing that weird glitch thing. But yeah, so we can have a little look around Stuttgart. You can see the jetways are all custom as well. I assume this is what they actually do look like. And they've got the glass walkways up to the extendable sections. Vehicle's pretty much standard, but of course I've got the a ground pack installed, so I've got the Dinata Catering branded truck. Excuse me, I'm just burping while I'm talking. And the tugs are custom as well, so they look a lot different to the standard ones. The sim, you get a dude wearing orange standing at the front, and we've got the ground power vehicle there, which we don't need because we'll just connect into the ground power facilities from the jetway. And the I think the, what do you call the luggage cuts, I think that's all the same as what it usually looks like. But yeah, this is Stuttgart. It looks really, really nice. So thank you very much for watching. If you watched along on the live stream or the replay, like I said earlier in the stream, I do stream twice a week, so Thursday nights and Sunday mornings. But just check the schedule. I always put at least the next stream up on the channel. And speaking of the next stream, it is Sydney to Brisbane, Australia. So that'll be on Sunday morning at 21. Sorry, no, not Sunday morning. I've jumped the gun there. It'll be 2100 Universal Time on the 5th of the 11th, or 0800 Australian Eastern Daylight Time on the 6th of the 11th. That is Sunday morning my time, regardless. And we'll be flying from the free handcrafted airport of Sydney, which is the Kingsford Smith Airport. Which comes with the sim to a purchased add-on for the Brisbane airport, and that is in the 737 MAX 8. That is coming up in a couple of days. That is already scheduled, so you can check that out. You can hit that bell icon if you do want to be notified for that one. If you are a flight simmer, you can jump into Microsoft Flight Simulator on the East USA server, and I'll be flying live live weather, live time, live traffic. So if you do want to join in to a live stream in the game, you definitely can. I'll welcome that. Otherwise, you can watch along, chat to me in the live chat. We can talk about some Avgeek stuff. It's a bit quiet tonight, so there wasn't a lot of chat that happened at all. Pretty much just the route. But yeah, if you're watching this on the replay, thank you very much for watching, and hope to see you again in the future.